All right. Welcome back.
Back to Portal.
It's been 30 seconds for us. Don't worry about it.
That's just how
That's just how time works.
That's how we do things.
Yeah. All right.
We record for like an hour at a time, and then I just cut the video into.
I caused chaos again.
Into episodes, and I see that.
I didn't mean to this time.
Could you wait? Does that? Oh no, you do have to do both, huh? I was like, could you potentially knock the ball into the like thingamajig without doing the? I mean,
probably. Like, let's be honest. You could probably do some like weird shenanigans using the cube to like bounce it around just right.
Because it looked like that was almost what happened, but. Oh.
He's the rat man.
More background shenaniganery.
Come in here.
She's watching you. Not if we destroy all the cameras, which I've never done in all the years of playing this game, even though there's an achievement for it.
Is there?
Yeah.
I've probably done it at some point then.
I know specifically that I have not, because, like, for one, I don't have it, and I always somehow manage to miss at least one camera. Because I've never gotten it, like, I've never gotten the achievement to pop, and I've cleared the game several times, so...
Well, and there's cameras like that you can't
yeah,
get,
but
so I assume those aren't included.
Yeah, those don't count. What? Never! How dare you! Find a way to clip through the door without killing the companion cube.
We don't have time.
No!
It'll be okay.
You got an achievement for it, at least.
Fratricide.
I believe that is the murder of one's brother, specifically.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a sibling.
I think it's sibling, yeah.
Which is, you know...
It raises questions.
Does raise questions. I think there was a theory that the companion cube has, like, corpses of previous test subjects, like... Or maybe it's like their ashes, because you get like incinerated at the end, or GLaDOS tries to incinerate you at the end, so it's just like the companion cube is just full of everybody's ashes. I mean, it is like heavily implied that you are definitely not the first person to go through this test gauntlet, but
right.
You are the first one to actually, like, get out and meet GLaDOS, or maybe not even that. Maybe others have gotten to GLaDOS and she just killed them, because she tries to kill you. So, none of them thought to, like, redirect rockets and make her blow off the AI spheres and throw them in the convenient incinerator. There's a lot of questions, and maybe there's like background lore. Like, I know there was a comic series or something that went into like the Ratman, like his backstory, and
yeah, the Ratman
how he
comic,
was leaving all these messages and like the behind the wall panels and all that.
Yeah,
I think that was in the days building up to the release of Portal 2.
Yes. I was gonna say that,
or like shortly after its release, or I don't remember.
Yeah,
Portal 2 was a big fucking deal, though.
It was kind of like designed to be very much like a thing for like Portal 2 specifically.
Yeah. It's... Just more of the lore. Nice.
Get him. Alright. Okay. Now, if I remember right, I need to...
I look away for 1 second.
Alright, well, at least I don't have to redo all that. I went to press this button, and there's just a drop off right here. So when I came out the thing, I just fell.
Maybe do it from like the side.
What? That's crazy talk.
Just so you know, if you do happen to, there you go. Oh, but
yeah,
you need a.
I need a portal here.
You need a zappy ball.
And a portal here. All right, and then as that goes through, boom. Ah.
Whoop.
Fuck.
Stop panicking.
It wouldn't.
Because it's
this one
the
was...
blue one's too low.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna need another balls.
There we go. There. See, things work when you're calm and methodical.
I am the opposite of calm. Calm is a foreign language. Yeah, get wrecked.
Fuck your vital testing apparatus.
I'll show you a vital testing apparatus.
I mean, you kind of like are a vital testing apparatus. As a test subject, you're basically equipment. Oh, I don't... Oh, yeah, there's like that... Like, I remember this room, but I also don't.
It's been a bit.
I think one of there's like the challenge maps, which are like some of the puzzles, but slightly different. And one of them is this room, and I forget exactly what it does. I think it might remove the energy ball shooter or something.
Interesting.
So like you can't use it to knock out the portal or the turrets.
Right.
But I don't, because you have to use the energy ball to activate the other thing. So I don't know if that was totally it. It was something to do with not being able to use the energy balls on the turrets. So you had to be more creative about how you take them out.
I remember this part. This part lives like rent-free in my brain for whatever reason.
Looks like I'm gonna have to jump.
Um,
What is going on with your mouse?
I don't know. It like it got stuck.
It's like it's trying to invert or something. Like, who uses inverted controls for first-person shooter?
Monsters.
I mean, for vehicles, I get it, but...
Nah, I don't even get it for vehicles.
For flying vehicles.
No, inverted controls are for monsters.
I only accept them for flying vehicles. And even then, it depends, like, on the exact context. Like space combat, like inverted controls are basically like a necessity, because that's just how like those kinds of controls work. So
I'm trying to think to like the one like space combat like section of a game that I have memory of which is cause like I played I think it was Jedi Starfighter,
Oh yeah, huh?
but the one that I have like better memory of is the space level in Halo Reach.
Yeah, the one that I was thinking of. Like as far as like a first-person shooter with like space vehicle controls, because I mean there's also just like straight space combat games, which have that's the only control scheme. So, but like in Halo you have like your normal aiming scheme, normal aiming controls, like when you're running around with a gun, and then you have like the vehicle control scheme, which in the case of flying the spaceship around, I think should be inverted. Like you push forward to tilt forward, pull back to pull up, just it makes sense in that context, but not in any other context. And I can't really even play space combat fighter games anymore anyway, because they're not enough like Free Space.
Needs more free space.
Yeah. Like, I will maintain that is like a perfect space fighter combat game series. And I'm still mad that Volition won't make Free Space 3, or can't, for some reason or another. But they still put a joke about it in Saints Row, and that just made me more mad.
Can't give me the game I want, but you can joke about it.
Like,
hey, look, it's the part with the cake.
You know there are people who want this game. Why do you play with our emotions like that, Volition?
Because
you'll make like 5 Saints Rows and a reboot, but you won't give us a sequel to a game that ended on a massive cliffhanger.
So is the cake like behind the fire, or?
Well, she said you will be baked and there will be cake. So I don't think you get the cake.
So it's behind the fire, or?
I think the intention is for you to die, and the scientist supervising you will have cake.
Oh.
Yeah. Or you could, not die. And
well, I don't want to disappoint them.
But you won't get the cake then.
I love how slow that platform is.
It's like you see what we're doing, right? Like you're gonna escape, aren't you? Like we're deliberately doing this slow enough so you can figure out what's going on, and the music gets all ominous. It's like, there you go. Well, we might actually finish this in like an hour.
I told you.
For some, I know that we've both played this game like at least a couple of times, but I figured with it having been a while since either of us had, it might be at least a little bit closer to the estimation of like 2 hours. Oh, see, there is a party.
I don't want to miss the party.
Yeah, we should go. We should find out where the party is and go there. That's probably where the cake is.
Is the party back here?
That is where we just were.
GLaDOS, I came back for the party.
I think finding the party is part of the test.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because GLaDOS was like, yay, you made it through the last test. Now it's time for the party. So I think... Oh, excuse me. I think she was being a little bit misleading and
A bit facetious.
yes, and this is the final test. Is finding the cake, the party room or whatever.
I could have sworn there was like an achievement for like going back.
That does sound familiar actually, but I don't.
Right? Like,
I know there were some achievements that were like in the Xbox version that weren't in the PC version, and like vice versa, but I don't remember. That might have been one of them where it's like, because I think well, I don't think the detaching the cameras achievement was like originally in one of the versions and they added it later. I don't remember. Like they've updated the game several times since release, and you know, especially leading up to Portal 2 and all that, so
yeah. Okay. Don't worry about it. I just specifically remember there being like dialogue for like coming back after wandering away or something.
Portal achievement.
I could also just be crazy.
That is a possibility. You might also be misremembering something from Portal 2, because there were places like that, I think, where that...
That could also...
If it wasn't an achievement, it was at least, like, some extra dialogue.
Right.
Or, like, waiting around long enough would trigger more dialogue, you know. It's always fun when games do that, so...
Well, and, like, this is one of those games that's, like, really good about that kind of thing.
Celebrate party goer. Make the correct party escort. Okay, that's after you escape. That might have been one that they added after the update, because that's when the robot drags you back into the building after everything explodes.
Do you remember that? That being added in.
Or wait, this is after you escape the burning pit and carry on into the escape levels. You should have gotten an achievement just from escaping.
There was a pop-up, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just thought that was like an extra one.
Let's see, friendly fire, you got that. Fall 30,000 feet. So you just jump in a ceiling portal and ground portal and wait for a few minutes and you'll eventually get that one, but... Let's see, camera shy is detaching all the cameras. Transmission received, that was one that they added in the big update. You find the radios and take them to like the place where they start playing Morse code or whatever. Advanced portal maps. Yeah, there's nothing for going back, so if there was anything about that, it would have just been dialogue.
I don't remember where to go from here.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not this corner where you are falling infinitely, but... You got in here through the,
Fell through the thing.
The cube chute.
Yeah.
Oh, you can just do that. Yeah, because the first time you came through here, you didn't have the double portal. You just had the one portal, so you couldn't do that. Son of a bitch, GLaDOS, come on. Oh, okay, that works. Like, can you crouch or? Oh no, you're stuck. You are inside some geometry there.
Is there like a restart?
I think if you just go to load game, it might have an autosave. Yeah. I don't know where that exactly puts you, but oh,
Okay.
perfect.
Before falling into unreasonable voids. There we go. I love just how, like, weird this section is, where it's like, okay, wait, where do I go? And you're just constantly, like, trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah. It's also kind of interesting how, like, different the behind the scenes stuff is at Aperture compared to the second one, because they, like, really fleshed out, like, the design of everything with, like, the panels and whatnot. It's not all industrial. It's just, like, basically just big empty rooms with, like, are just made of, like, the moving panels and stuff.
Right.
And everything's on, like, gigantic rails. It's not like all this random industrial pistons and junk. So it's like, are you just in an older part of the facility right now, or I mean, did somebody, like, upgrade stuff while you're unconscious between the games? It couldn't have been GLaDOS, because she was also kind of dead.
Right.
Or at least, offline. I mean, she doesn't let you forget that you murdered her, but you didn't really, because she comes back online in the second game anyway, so it's like, you weren't dead, you were just, like, forcibly and violently taken offline.
I mean, that's close enough to dead. I understand her anger with us.
I mean, I would argue that if you can be brought back, you're not dead.
I mean, that's fair, I guess. But where does that leave things like necromancy?
I guess it kind of depends on, like, what kind of necromancy, because, I mean, they're not really being brought back to life. You're just reanimating a dead body and making it move around. So
I guess, yeah, it does depend on the kind of necromancy.
That's technically not coming back to life.
I mean, technically, if you want to get really technical about it, healing spells in early editions of D&D were considered necromancy spells.
Huh. Interesting.
So, like, cure wounds fell under the umbrella of, like, the necromancy spell type.
Huh. That's weird. I mean, I guess, like, in a lot of fantasy, there's, like, where the healing spells, like, hurt undead things because reasons, I guess.
Because reasons, yeah.
Like, there's, like, a logic to it if you think about it, but don't think about it too much. But it's like
their life comes from being dead. So
yeah,
if you make them life,
if you make them less dead, they are less alive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things that just, like, yeah, this makes sense, but you never really stop and actually think about it. Like, what? Why does it make sense?
Yeah, exactly.
Math. Oh boy.
We are trying, GLaDOS. I mean,
don't worry, GLaDOS.
You didn't exactly give us a map or anything. We're trying to find the party room. At this point, we'll be lucky if there's any cake left for us. Nice jump. Oh, there's an arrow. Maybe the party room is down there.
Awkward loading screen. help. Well, see, here's your problem. You have towers, but you don't have any monitors.
Yeah. Also, apparently somebody did get this far, so...
Yep.
I guess we're just supposed to assume that whoever was here before us was actually killed by GLaDOS. Like, even if they made it all the way to her, she'd probably just neurotoxin them to death. Or maybe blew them up with a rocket. I will put you down over here. Or over here. Or maybe not. It's me. They know each other. And you are just destroying them. Well,
I'm just kind of knocking them over.
yeah, they just go to sleep after they fall over. Which is probably a good safety feature for a, you know, mechanized machine gun, but the bullet spraying while they do that is questionable.
Panicked bullet spray. Maybe not the best design. Hello, friend. Friend, where are we going?
I think we have to go down that hole over there.
No, I think the hole is where we came from.
Oh,
We
no,
need to
that's
go
right.
up.
There's an arrow.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, how do I get up there?
Well, you were up there.
Oh, okay.
Is that ceiling portable?
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I'm here.
Okay, and then...
I guess just jump across?
yeah. Sometimes the simplest answer is the best one.
Friend, I'm sorry I have to leave you behind. I was gonna take you with me,
You can't fit.
but you're too fat.
Maybe if you close those gun panels that are apparently useless.
Okay. I
Yeah,
love the fucking momentum-based puzzles.
I was gonna say, I think the reason like the behind the scenes stuff is all industrial and everything is because they reused assets from Half-Life 2 to make this game faster.
That makes sense.
Because I was just thinking about how I remember seeing like those big generators in the other room. I'm pretty sure those are also in Half-Life 2. So, yeah. I mean, they obviously did make a lot of original stuff for Portal, but in the interest of saving time and getting the game out faster, they reused a lot of other stuff.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. And then when they made Portal 2, they obviously had more time and probably a bigger budget and more like design ideas for what to do with it, so it makes sense that the like behind the scenes of Aperture would be more developed and stylized and everything. Oh yeah, rocket puzzles. I forgot about this part. It's teaching you how to use the rocket before you go to the final boss. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't played this like 16-year-old game. Cube! It's not the friend cube, but
But it was still helpful.
it was still helpful.
Ah.
Whee.
Ah.
There it goes.
Here we go.
Over here. Oh.
Loading screen. All right.
Oh.
So I think we're about at end of the episode, right?
Yeah, we're also about at the end of the game. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not that much more to go.
That's fair. I was just wondering if maybe you wanted to cut it and just like have like the final boss fight be its own thing.
I mean,
There's a couple more rooms left to get there.
Yeah, alright. Next episode, we'll definitely finish the game. And if that ends up coming sooner than we think, we'll just put this on the end of the other episode.
Yeah, that works.